Have you ever wondered how fun it would be to play Pokemon multiplayer? Well, there's no more need to wonder, folks, because in today's video, I did exactly that, but with a twist. I teamed up with my good friend Django to attempt one of the world's first Pokemon multiplayer Soul Link Nuzlocke. And for those of you at home who are wondering, what is a Soul Link Nuzlocke? Well, a Nuzlocke is a player-made set of rules. You have to catch the first Pokemon that you encounter on each new route. If it runs or dies, then you cannot catch another one. If one of your Pokemon faints, then it is considered dead, and you cannot use it again. The Soul Link side of it, imagine two players were playing a Nuzlocke separately. The Pokemon that I found on Route 2, for example, would be linked to the Pokemon that Django found on Route 2. So if his Pokemon died, mine would also die. So without any further ado, let's get into it. Firstly, we talk to our mum so that we can head over to Professor Oak's lab and choose our first Pokemon. Django chose Bulbasaur and I chose Charmander, which I would later regret. Anyway, we head off to Viridian City to get Professor Oak's package. Professor Oak's parcel. We return it to him and he gives us 5 Pokeballs which we can use to catch our first Pokemon. Right, the Nuzlocke begins! We then head up to Route 1 for our first encounter. I swear to God, if I get a Rattata, I'm gonna be so sad. Come on, please!
I'm on the same.
Yes! Let's go!
Yes!
Oh, what a start, mate. That's huge. That's right, we both got Pidgeys, which is probably the best Pokemon that you can get from this route. After we catch both Pidgeys, we grind our Pokemon up to level 13 and 14, so that we can hopefully beat the first gym leader, Brock. While doing so, we get our next encounter, but I get a Caterpie and Django gets a Rattata, so who actually gives a fuck? Anyway, after a good hour and a half of grinding up our Pokemon, we're finally ready to take on Brock. And let's just say, it didn't go according to plan. Django absolutely wiped his team with Bulbasaur. But it would all be for nothing if I couldn't take him down myself. Fuck's sake, mate, this is taking me so long. Geodude is just full fucking defense curl spamming. After a long struggle, I finally take out the Geodude, but I was not ready for what was coming next. Wait, that's actually gonna bumfuck me, right? Yes, for some reason, I decided to choose Charmander, who's literally shit against Onix. I don't know what I was thinking. How many Rock Tombs does he have? And why does he only have Rock Tombs? I thought there was still a chance, so I hit him with a quick attack. My literal granny would do more damage than that. I was starting to come to terms with the fact that this was just a lost cause, but I managed to somehow get him to 1 HP. The only thing we could do now was pray that his Rock Tomb missed. No! No! And so we started over. This time I made sure to not be stupid and I chose Squirtle. Also, I realized I forgot to mention the level cap. You are not allowed to level your Pokemon over the next gym leader's ace Pokemon. So for example, Brock's ace Pokemon is level 14, so you can't go any higher than 14. Okay, back to the playthrough. We head straight back up to Route 1 for our first encounter. This time Django gets a Rattata and I get a Pidgey again. We spend another hour and a half grinding them back up to level cap. During this time we head up to Route 2 to get another encounter. I got a Rattata, but Django managed to find a Pidgey, which means that our teams are starting to look good. Finally back on track, we go fight Brock, but this time it's a different story.
At least I'm probably gonna go.
One hit! Let's go! Yeah, we both absolutely swept through Brock. Swiftly after, we make our way over to Route 3, but we're halted by the scientist who gives us the running shoes.
Receive the running shoes. Oh my god. Oh
wait,
my god.
actually, that's huge.
Let me see the speed.
Oh! Yes. Yeah, we were quite excited about that. This guy said, "Hi, I like shorts." They're delightfully comfy and easy to wear. Fair play, bro, fair play. After defeating what felt like a million trainers on Route 4, many evolutions happened. My Squirtle evolved, and both of Django's Bulbasaur and Pidgey evolved.
Oh, that's a pretty cool sprite, actually.
We then scavenge in the caves of Mount Moon, and we find a Kabutops fossil.
Yes, I would like the Dome Fossil.
Having cleared out Route 4 and Mount Moon, our Pokemon are all basically at the level cap, so we challenge the next gym leader. Misty specializes in water Pokemon, so it was quick work for Django.
Alright, Misty's been wrecked.
It took me a little bit longer, but I still managed to get my way through it. Nice, let's go! Upon Misty's defeat, she gave us the Water Pulse TM, which I instantly taught to my Wartortle. We then head up to Route 24 to prepare for the next gym leader. Gym 3 specializes in electric type Pokemon, which is terrible for me considering the fact that I have a water type and a flying type, which is weak to electric. So that meant that the only thing I could do was either get really lucky and get an Oddish in my next encounter, or grind up my Rattata. Oddish. Okay, I'll take it. Despite catching the Oddish, I decided to grind up my Rattata anyway because I wasn't trying to take any risks. After defeating all of the trainers on Route 25, we make our way down to Vermilion City. On our journey, we bump into a Team Rocket Grunt who gives us the TM for Dig, which is huge because Dig is a ground type move which is super effective against electric types. Then we get our first interesting encounter, which comes in the form of Drowsy.
I got Drowsy.
We then head on to the SSN so we can get the HM cut so we can fight the next gym. But just before we do so, we go into Diglett Cave to get another encounter. I bet you can't guess what Pokemon we got. Oh my god, who would have guessed? A Diglett, of course. I don't know what you were expecting. I get him just under half HP with a Hyper Fang and then throw my balls at him, and naturally Diglett could not resist. My Rattata evolves into Eradicate, and then we actually board the SSN this time. Then after rinsing through every last one of the passengers, we finally make it to the next gym. Lieutenant Surge opens with a Voltorb, which is quickly shut down by a Magnitude 7. Next up is Pikachu, who once again is no match for Build-A-Go. A Dig takes him down to 1/3 HP, and then he's finished off quickly by a second.
Yes! It's over. Get fucked, Lieutenant Surge. Fucking dog shit kid.
With Lieutenant Surge defeated, we head to the right of Cerulean City to make our way over to the next gym. As it's a new route, we get a new encounter, and we both get a Voltorb this time. Got Voltorb, nice. The Pokeball shakes 3 times and we both catch him. Welcome Boris to the team.
Let's go, Boris.
After that, we slowly make our way through Rock Tunnel while fighting millions upon millions of trainers. Nah, seriously though, there was actually no end to them. Anyway, eventually we made it out and we arrived in Lavender Town. Then we bump into our rival, and honestly this probably could have gone either way, but in quick fashion we took him out. Victorious, we head over to Route 8 for the next encounter, but this time it's a little bit different. The only Pokemon that we can actually catch from this encounter is Growlithe, which is massive because the next gym is grass. We nickname it Shinra and then set off once again. Props if you get the reference. Upon our arrival in Celadon City, we uncover Team Rocket's not-so-secret hideout. I use the Team Rocket grunts to my advantage in order to train up my Growlithe so that hopefully he can solo the whole of the grass gym. Anyway, we defeat the last trainer and then head over to the gym. During all of this training, our Geodudes actually evolved into Graveler, so we decided to trade them and then turn them into Golem. After doing so, I decided that I would take a quick wee look around the town and see what it was about, and I actually stumbled into something absolutely crazy. I'm on the roof. What?
A what?
An Eevee? With that, we head over to the department store to buy a Thunderstone and a Waterstone. I get my Jolteon and Django gets his Vaporeon.
The Vaporeon spray is cool as well.
Now it was finally time to take on the gym leader. Erica opens with a Victory Bell, which gets instantly burnt by my Growlithe Ember. She retaliates with a Stun Spore, which paralyzes my Growlithe, but I just used a Paralyze Heal and finished it up on the next turn. Next up is Tangela, who instantly got knocked down into the red, but poisoned me, so I switched my Growlithe out. Erica healed her Pokemon back up to full HP, but after a few turns it was no match for my Pidgeotto. Last up was Vileplume, who got decimated by both of us. 2 Aerial Aces was all it took.
Let's go! Oi, oi! Easiest gym battle of my life, bro.
And that concludes the video, folks. Please like and sub, because that would be nice, and I would enjoy it a lot. I am working on a part 2. I don't know when it'll be out, but trust me, it will be, so be ready.